Hello, soul siblings. It's Bobby coming to you again on my YouTube channel. Thank you again for joining me. I wanted to talk today about facing your fear. It's different for everyone. But if you continue to look away, it will just hide itself in places that will remind you later on how grand you've built it up in your mind. And since fear is an emotion that we actually bring on ourselves as to our perspective about something, it's a terrible way to live and carry that around with you. So the experience I want to share with you today is about I don't want to say a confrontation, but an encounter that I have been called to schedule for getting on the other side of this particular fear that I have. And the fear that I have is that I will fall apart as soon as I see this person again. But the good thing is it has been a long time and I've gotten to the other side of it. And I need to realize and remember that as I'm talking to this person, hearing their perspective or basically their justification for their actions, and then I will talk about my experience in that situation. But I will guarantee that we will each hold to our own beliefs. And it's been told to me that a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So there's no amount of convincing or explaining or justifying from my side the way I saw the situation happen or unfold. So basically, this is just for each of us to tell our part, because it was an abrupt ending and we each had things that we needed to express and to say and to explain. And so that's what this encounter is going to be about. So just to let you know, when this happens, if you have something like this that you've done in the past or that you're ready to confront, whether it's a friend or a relative or, an ex-love or an ex-spouse or maybe a boss or someone that you need to speak your piece to, couple of things you want to remember. One of them is keep your composure. Don't let them light a fire under you. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them make you the heavy for everything that happened. Don't make them turn the table. Don't let them turn the tables. But what's important for you to do is just let it wash over the top of you. Just let them talk. And then see their soul. Don't see them and the actions that they've taken. See their soul and forgive the actions that their soul had nothing to do with, because their soul knows that they misbehaved. So just see that. Just wish them well. Just see them with a beautiful light around them and hand them over to Spirit and let Spirit work with them on the issues that they need to deal with. They're not your issues. They never were. And that saying, mind your own business, well, that can go a long way, because that's all we're supposed to do is mind our own business, not anybody else's. How somebody responds or reacts or behaves, those are their issues. And they could have come from a long time ago, from several different things that happened along their path, but it's their path. And so if we see it like that, and not to say we overlook it, but or to justify the actions, but just to forgive the person, not necessarily the act that they committed, but to forgive the person, or basically to look past them and look into their soul, have your soul look at theirs and say, you know what, they got a lot to learn, and I'm just going through the motions here, doing my part. And in doing your part, you basically kind of clear the air for the rest of your life, or for until the next encounter in your life. And so you're each doing that. You understand your part in it. They may not. And so again, it's their lessons. There's nothing that you can do to change their mind, their attitude, or their place in their life right now. Again, that's up to them and spirit. So if you understand that and see that and realize that all that fear that you had about this encounter, it's absolutely deflated as soon as they open their mouth. And then you think, oh my gosh, I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. So you see, the sooner you confront it, the sooner you can get over it, and the more trivial you see that it was, and why you spent so much time and so much effort, energy, discomfort, and low vibrational time on that fear. You're going to say, gosh, I wish I'd have seen that sooner. But in doing this and facing your fear, and getting to the other side of it, it makes the next encounter that much less grandiose. And you know that anything that you put your fear into, it just continues to expand. And so the fear gets bigger. And but facing it is such a relief, and so much less traumatic than you imagined it would be. And so Bear Grylls, the mountain man, that's not afraid of anything, or so we thought, he jumps out of planes, and matter of fact, one time his chute didn't open completely and he almost died, but he wasn't afraid of that. He went right back to doing that again. He's a survivalist in the mountains, and he can do things that you and I would consider impossible. But you know what his greatest fear is? His greatest fear is being in a room full of people. Like he was having a huge dinner party that was hosted in his honor, and he was supposed to get up and make some kind of a speech, an acceptance speech. He said that was his greatest fear, is to be in a room full of people where the attention is all on him that way. And who knew, right? Who knew that he would be afraid of something like that? So our fear is all a matter of perspective. If you think, oh, how can you be afraid of flying? That's ridiculous. And somebody says to you, how can you be afraid of heights? That's ridiculous. So anyway, everybody has their own fears to face and to confront, but realize that as soon as you get over that, your time is to you again, is back to yourself, and you don't have to carry that with you wherever you go. So realize that the message that Spirit is giving us here is we are meant for so much better. We're meant to be in a vibration that's higher than that. And fear and worry and stress all bring us down to a low vibration. And we're not meant to live that way. That's not where our gifts are. Our gifts are on the higher plane, are on the higher vibrational frequency. So letting go of your fear allows you to raise yourself up several notches. So, okay, so as I say, share your experience. It will fall on the right ears. And thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.